everybody, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're just going to be doing a sort of very chill type of get ready with me, just testing out a bunch of new stuff that I picked up recently that I haven't gotten to really talk about on my channel yet. I haven't really been filming many like trying on makeup videos. I've just been having fun doing like my overhead videos, like ranking my shop my stashes, doing a bunch of decluttering right now. I think also later today I'm going to be filming like a total makeup collection declutter video. I recently saw that Lauren May Beauty, she posted one and it was like a 2.5 hour long video of going through like literally everything in her collection and just getting rid of a couple of things and just doing an overall tour and going through some of my like other products that I have. Like I think I'm ready maybe to get rid of some of my eyeshadow palettes. I don't know if I'm going to make that a whole separate video because I don't know really how many I'm going to get rid of, but I'm basically just going to like film everything all at once and then sort of go through it. But for today's video, we're just going to be trying out a bunch of new stuff that I picked up. I'm also wearing lots of color today. It's a Friday. It's really nice out today, so I'm just having fun with it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. By the way, my shirt and this headband are all from Target, so if you were interested. I also already have on eyelashes, if you can tell. I've been using the Falscara system, so basically what I do is I just use like the adhesive and the bond from the Falscara system. I also use the overnighter, but the lashes that I have on are actually ones that are from Amazon. They are this kit over here. Normally I've been using a different one, which let me grab those. Favorite ones that I wear from Amazon are actually these ones. I wanted to try out getting a bigger kit because this is already like my second one of these, and I like to redo my lashes like every maybe like 3 or 4 days, which you can reuse them, but I just find that I just like to put on new fresh lashes because with the adhesive sometimes they can get kind of like grimy and just like a little bit caked up with some of like the product. So I wanted to try out getting like a bigger pack of them. These ones though are a little bit thicker, so I find that they kind of lift on the edges a little bit more, whereas these ones are much more wispy. And then of course you can buy the actual Falscara ones, but for me, I feel like those are almost a little bit too natural. I prefer to have ones that look like sort of like lash extensions, whereas the Falscara ones do just look like you have on like very natural eyelash extensions or even just like mascara, but you have really good eyelashes. This is what the like Falscara ones look like. So you can see that they're much more wispy and much more thin. And then I also have these ones which are way thicker. So again, out of the 3 of these, I would probably go with these ones on Amazon. I will just link all of this down below, that way you guys know. But I've been really obsessed with doing this. I'll do them every couple of days, like after I take a shower. That is what I have on right now, but it's been really nice just being able to like wake up early in the morning, like for work, because I work like super early shifts sometimes. It's really nice to just wake up and have lashes, and then I just have to like do a little bit of blush and bronzer and stuff. Also, I touched up my hair a little bit. I got some cute highlights just to freshen up for the summer a little bit. I got it done like right before Easter time. But yeah, that is pretty much it for all of the updates right now, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the video. I literally have nothing on yet. I haven't done any like skincare or anything for this morning. I think what I'm gonna do is probably just put on, I'm gonna do a little bit of my moisturizer first. I've been using this here from Bliss. This is the Drench and Quench Cream to Water Hydrator. I haven't really been doing much skincare at all recently. Up until probably the last couple of days, I finally started using a lot more of my skincare products because I have like a huge drawer. Like if you watched my skincare declutter video, you know that I have a lot of skincare and a lot of it is really good, very nice brands, really good products. But I just haven't been able to sort of get myself to use these things. So at night, I've been making myself like sit at my desk and actually use the skincare that I have out, and I feel like my skin has been really like doing well because of it. I guess I'll share with you the products that I've been using. So I've been using this Peach and Lily Power Cocktail Lactic Acid Repair Serum, and I feel like this is sort of my like more intense type of serum that I've been using, and I find that it really helps if I get any sort of like dermatitis type of thing on my face, so I really have been enjoying that. I've also been using this from Derma-E. This is the Ultra Lift DMAE concentrated serum, and it has like copper peptides in it, and this is really cool. It's like a blue serum. I love using things with peptides. It's really great for like anti-aging type of stuff. You know, I'm only 22, but you can never start too early with taking care of your skin. So I've been using that. And then I also picked this up. This is part of like, I picked up a couple of things from the BoxyCharm like drop shop. I don't have a BoxyCharm membership anymore, but I think if you did at one point, you can still access like the drop shop and like the mega drop shop. So they were having like one of the big sales, and I picked up this from pharmacy. This is the Feeling Good Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum. And I don't know how much this normally retails for, probably close to like $40. I think I got this for like $7 or $9. Like everything was so cheap, and I have really been using this, and I find that it really hydrates my skin and help prevent like getting any sort of dry patches, or even if I have like old acne spots that are kind of like scabbed up, it just sort of softens it and I'm able to just like wash it away, and it's really nice. And then again, for my moisturizer, I've been using the Bliss Drenching Quench moisturizer. It's really good. It's very lightweight, but I still really like it. And then lastly, for my eye cream, which I never really wear eye cream, but I kind of had it, so I was like, you know what, might as well add a little eye cream. This is the It Confidence in an Eye Cream. So really good, yeah. And I have been enjoying all of this. I've only been using all of them like collectively, maybe for like the last like 3 or 4 days, but I do find that my skin is actually doing really, really well. I was getting a lot of breakouts like on my cheeks and on my nose, and I'm like, I don't really know what's going on, but it seems that this stuff is really, really helping, so I'm very happy with that. I've done enough talking. Let's go ahead and start off with my makeup. Even though I said let's start with my makeup, I am first going to put on my SPF. I have this from Supergoop. This is their Unseen Sunscreen. This is really, really good. It is a like sheer sunscreen, so it goes on clear, so it leaves no white cast, and it's not greasy. It just kind of like looks like your skin. It's just a very like sort of silicone type of thing, but like when you put it on, you rub it in, it doesn't even really smell that much like sunscreen either, which I happen to like the smell of sunscreen, so I wouldn't mind if it did. But if you really want, like, yeah, like the name says, an unseen sunscreen, where it's really like you're not even wearing sunscreen, I would definitely pick this one up, and I definitely would also repurchase it. I've really been wanting to try the watery SPF from them, just because it seemed interesting, but I don't know. Yeah, I really like this one though, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a new SPF. Now, I think we can go ahead and move on to my complexion. So this isn't like a new product, but it is new to me. This is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. This is a little itty bitty one in the shade 20S Light Sand. So what I'm gonna do is just put on a tiny bit under my eye. It looks pretty light actually, so I don't really know how much I'm going to need. I'm also just going to hit some other of the regular places that I like to apply concealer. And then for the rest of my face, just to have a little bit of color, I'm going to use this Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen in the shade number 10 Larchmont. This was sent to me from Tower 28, but this is not like a sponsored video or anything. Then to blend this out, I'm just going to use like an IT Cosmetics buffing foundation brush. This is the one that I'm using, by the way. It was like from an old like Alex and Ani collection. So what I like to do is just kind of start off by blending this onto my under eyes and then buff in the rest of everything. So I'll be right back once this is all blended out. Okay, so I have this all blended out. It actually looks really, really nice. I'm very happy with how this entire makeup look is looking. I think that the concealer is very smooth on my under eyes, and that tinted sunscreen just adds a really, really nice sort of wash of color with a little bit of glowiness to my skin. So very happy with that so far. Now I have a couple of cream products that we're going to use before I test out a new little trio that I have for some powder and some bronzer. But for my cream products, I'm just going to use this Tower 28 Bronzino in the shade West Coast. Again, this was also sent to me, but not sponsored. This one I have used quite a bit, and I really do like it. It's a very sort of pretty, like, glowy type of color. It is a really nice bronze that has a little bit of a golden shift to it, so it's definitely glowy, and I probably wouldn't have picked this out for myself if they hadn't sent it to me, but I really do like it. And the brush that I use to buff this out is the Morphe M523. It's just a really good sort of cream contour brush, so I'm just going to sort of place it and then just blend this out. I'm going to put this on my cheekbones, a little bit underneath, and then on my forehead. So bronzer is all applied. As you can see, it is very, very glowy. It's so pretty though. I really, really love this. I even just like to take my foundation brush too and just make sure it's really buffed seamlessly into my skin. You know, I would even just leave the house like this. It gives just such like a summery, like effortless sort of look, and I'm just really obsessed with this. I think it's so pretty. Then for cream blush, I'm going to use this from M Cosmetics. This is in the shade Venetian Rose. This is one of their like dropper blushes. I forgot the actual name of it, but they were having a sale where I actually picked up the lip cushion from them, and it was like with any purchase, I'm pretty sure you got a free blush, and you even got to pick the color. So I picked the shade Venetian Rose, and this is very pretty. You only need a very little bit, so I'm just going to take a tiny dot, also do a little bit on my nose. Just going to buff this out, and as you can see, very pigmented, but it does blend very easily. So I'm just going to take this and blend this sort of up into my temple area, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. This is the blush all blended out. As you can see, it gives you just this very beautiful sort of like natural sunburnt sort of look, and I just think it's very pretty. So now what we're going to do is, I actually forgot to use this. I was going to use this as my primer, but instead we're just going to use it as a little bit of like a liquid highlight. I have this here from Vesca Beauty. This is the Soft Sun Radiant Skin Primer and Luminizer. I have mine in the shade Sunrise. This is another thing that I picked up from the BoxyCharm drop shop, and it's just like one of those, it's very similar to if you've ever used like the MAC strobe creams. I would say it's very similar to that. I'm just going to pop those on either side and then just blend in with my finger. Very pretty, very dewy. I think they have one that is like a pink shift, and then they have this golden one. I don't know if there's another shade, but I ended up going with the golden one because it's sort of similar. Like I have the Rare Beauty one, like the Rare Beauty primer that's sort of like this, that is a more pink style, and then I have like my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, which is more nude, and then I wanted one that was a little bit more golden, very glowy and dewy, but I'm going to tone it down just a little bit with some of my powder. I actually have this here from Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Hydrating Complexion Trio, and mine is in like the light one, like the light version of it. So these are the shades on here. There's the shades Rise and Grind, Pale Wear, and Cafe Con Leche. So this one is in the shade Rise and Grind. I'm actually going to use this as a powder on my under eyes. So I'm just going to tap out a little bit and pop this on my under eyes. And this powder actually has sort of a little bit of a glow to it. So I find that it helps with really brightening your skin and setting it while also keeping it nice and sort of like not dry looking. So as you can see, both sides, it just adds a little bit of brightness to it and just helps set any sort of products you have on underneath, especially if you're using something like the Tarte Shape Tape. That one is pretty full coverage, so I would personally set it. I'm just going to take this all over the rest of my face, and again, you don't have to be shy with it. It's a very nice and thin powder, and since it's not a super matte powder, you're not going to lose the dew. Like I set my forehead with it, but it's still very nice and glowy, and my skin looks really good. Like I am in love with all these products that I've been using. This is my first time doing like a full face sort of with everything, and I think that it's all looking so good. I'm not really gonna set over here just because I find that I don't have to. It's not like super tacky or anything. So that is it for the setting powder. Then I'm going to just mix these two shades of the bronzer together, and I'm going to use those. But just using this little Ulta Beauty bronzer brush, I'm just going to bronze up a little bit more. I don't need anything too crazy just because I'm already looking pretty bronzy, but these powders are actually pretty light in this one over here, so it's nothing like, you know, it's not going to add too much depth to my skin. But the formula of these, again, they're a little bit of that sort of satin formula, so it just looks really good and very natural on my skin. So since we already have on some cream products, I just did a very nice light little dusting of that. And then I also have another bronzer here. This one is from Viseart. This is one of their bronze noir. I don't know how to say it. It's like French or something. This one's in the shade VBR01. And I also picked this up during the BoxyCharm sale. I think I got this for something like, again, maybe like $7 or $9. That was like pretty much how much everything was. And I don't know if I mentioned, also picked up this Alamar trio from the BoxyCharm sale as well. So that was from the regular drop shop, and I'm pretty sure they do a mega drop shop in May. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for some of the stuff there. Also, don't know if I mentioned this, also picked up the Vesca primer or highlighter from there as well. So lots of really good brands and really good products on there for so cheap. So definitely check it out. I'm going to keep my eyes open for the mega drop shop. when that comes out. Anyway, I am going to just take this bronzer, and since this is more of a matte bronzer, I like to use this on my neck. It's just sometimes my neck is much more pale than my face just because I like to do, you know, bronzer and blush on my face, and sometimes my neck does not match because I do not have any fake tan on right now. So I'm just going to use this to kind of blend and make sure everything matches. And for my blush, I tried this on yesterday, and I have to be honest, I wasn't a crazy fan of it. This is the Too Faced 2 Femme blush in the shade Butterfly Babe, and it's sort of like a very glowy, like peachy type of pink. Ooh, I'm dropping it. Very glowy, peachy sort of pink, but it does have this almost like pink duochrome to it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I didn't love the appearance of it on my cheeks, if I'm being honest, but I did want to give it another shot just because, you know, I didn't want to film my declutter video and get rid of it in there when I didn't give it a fair enough shot. So I feel like trying it at least, you know, 2 to 3 times is giving it a fair enough shot. But if I just don't like the shade, I don't like the shade. So to apply this, I'm just going to use an Ulta Beauty blush brush. So this one right here, this is like my favorite blush brush ever. So only thing that is different is the blush shade. But let's see. Yeah, so I mean, the color is pretty. I just don't know if I love this like pink duochrome that's in it, or like the pink reflect that's in it. I don't know. The formula, it looks very nice though. Like my cheeks look extremely smooth with it. So, you know, it's kind of pretty. I think I like it. Now that I have like the rest of my makeup on and my skin looks so good right now, I just feel like having that sort of glowy texture actually looks kind of good. I didn't have high hopes for this, but it's kind of making me like it again. All right, I think that this is gonna stay. This is in my Shop My Stash, so I think maybe I should at least continue using it, and I won't declutter just yet, but it kind of blew me away. I actually really like it. For highlighter, I was going to put a highlight on, but I don't really know if I need any right now. I was going to use the one from this Pat McGrath palette. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. And this is what the trio looks like. It has Divine Rose, Desert Orchid, and then Golden Nectar is the highlight shade. This one is really pretty. It's like a gold with a pink reflect to it, so I thought that this would be pretty. You know what? I'm already glowy enough. You might as well add on a little bit more highlight. So I'm just going to take this Morphe brush here. This is the Morphe M501 with just a little bit of this, and I'm going to pop this on top. I mean, I'm looking so shiny right now, but I'm kind of living for it because my skin, like the texture of my skin in person, this is like the smoothest that my skin's ever looked, and I really think it's that Alamar powder because my under eye and my cheeks, like where I put that, looks so good. So I'm very, very happy with that. And that's it really for all of like my newer products that I wanted to test out. I don't know if I've actually used this on my channel yet, but I have the Merit. Oh yeah, obviously, because I did a video with Merit, so I did use it in that video, but I've been really loving this Merit eyebrow gel. This one is in the shade brown, and then I've been using the MAC Spiked Eyebrow Styler. This one I'm almost out, I think. Yeah, I only have that much of this left, and then I'm going to work on using up my Kosas one. I only have like these 2 brow pencils right now. Just because, I don't know, I feel like brow pencils and like brow stuff in general doesn't get me too excited other than like gels, which I find to be interesting. So what I'm going to do is just do my brows quickly. I'm going to use these 2 products and I'll be right back once those are done. So eyebrows are on. I also just wiped off like the powder and stuff off my lips, and for my lip product, I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Tinted Lip Cushion in the shade Venetian Rose. This is so pretty. I did an IG reel where I like unboxed all of this stuff and I love it. It's so good. It's just like the perfect color for me, and I think it's so pretty. Like, it's just such a really nice natural lip color. It blends in with my lips really well and just adds a little bit of like a sort of an extra tint to it. So absolutely obsessed with that. And then just on top, just to add a little bit more of a darker tint, I'm going to take this Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in the shade Fearless. This one, I do get PR from them, but this one I did purchase with my own money, and it's so good. I used to have a mini of this one, and I am like recently working on like, because they sent me a couple in PR and then some other ones, I'm like, I need to just buy the rest of them because I love this formula and it's so gorgeous. And I remember the mini one of this, I used it up completely in a project pan. That one in the shade Fire, which I also repurchase. Let me see if I can find, yeah, this one is the shade Fire, which is like an orangey color, but Fearless is definitely my favorite, and I think it's so pretty. And then again, goes really well with the M Cosmetics one because it just adds a little bit of a tint to my skin. Now, I wasn't going to do eyeshadow. I do think I need a little bit of depth in my crease. Guys, I'm just going to take the Viseart bronzer here, and I'm just going to take a sort of fluffy brush. This one is just from It Cosmetics, and I'm just really lightly going to run this across my upper and lower lash line, just really gently, just so it's not like a stark comparison to the rest of like my bronzer and stuff. I'm also going to bring this down the sides of my nose, just a little quick contour, you know. But yeah, just so it's like a sort of nice like monochromatic type of look. And also, I forgot to mention, I have two products I really want to talk about. These are both from Kimchi Chic Cosmetics. I love Kimchi. If you know me, I'm a huge Drag Race fan, and Kimchi is one of my favorite queens ever, so of course I had to pick stuff up from her makeup line. So I have the Thaler blush in the shade Vacation, which of course I would have used. I've been using this every single day since I first got it. It's such a gorgeous color combination, but I really just wanted to give another shot to that Too Faced one. So that's why I did not use that one in today's video. And then for my highlighter, I have the Thaler Get Glow in the shade Hollywood Glow. And this, oh my god, you guys, it is such an amazing highlight. Like, it is just the most beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, like blinding type of highlight, but it's such a smooth formula that it doesn't emphasize texture on your skin. It just looks so smooth and so radiant. Again, I'm not going to put this on today just because I already have a ton of glowy makeup on, but I am going to use this on my inner corner. I'm just going to take a little like tiny pencil brush, and I'm just going to take both of the shades and pop this on my inner corner just to do a sort of bright moment, just because I'm feeling very summery, and I think that a nice bright inner corner would really pop. And I find that normally when I put eyeshadow on my inner corner, it never like, I never really see it and it never lasts. But this one I used yesterday, and let me tell you, you can see this and it does last, and it's so pretty. I want to buy like everything from Kimchi Chic because I'm obsessed with these two products, and if everything else is just as good as these, then I need it all. And then for my setting spray, I'm just going to go ahead with the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray. This is so good. I'm just working my way through it. It smells really nice, and I actually find that it makes a really big difference in like the longevity of my makeup. I think it's so good. They have a primer that's also part of like the same line, which is so good. I think I've used up an entire one of those before, and I definitely would consider repurchasing if I completely ran out of primers. I have plenty right now, but anything from the Your Skin But Better line is so good. So definitely would recommend this one. So I'm going to apply this and I'll be right back. That is it for today's video. This was a very chatty sort of get ready with me, but I haven't filmed a video like this in forever. So I was just so excited to kind of talk about some, you know, little updates and a bunch of new makeup products and stuff. But that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Also, I just wanted to say thank you so much for 600 subscribers. The day that I'm filming this, I hit 600 subscribers yesterday, so I am so grateful and so excited about it. My giveaway officially ends on May 6th. If you have any questions about how to enter the giveaway, the info about it, check it out down below. I'm giving away the ColourPop Darth Vader palette. I will pop up a picture over here, and of course I will link my Instagram post down below where you can enter. Again, all the information will be down there, but that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!